We hopefully have a general understanding how creating images in Midjourney works. Now I want to show you how you can upload existing images to Midjourney and adjust these images according to your needs. This process is very easy. You only have to add the image via drag and drop to the message area of the Midjourney bot chat that you have. So you just add the image. Now press and hold Shift, and this will instantly upload the image. In this case, it's an image of myself, not too creative here. But what I want to do now is I want to turn this pretty boring image actually into a more exciting one. Maybe with some cartoon look, something like that, something funny maybe. Now for this, I could come up with my own prompt now, but instead, I'm again in my community feed, and now I simply see if I can find images that are, well, in line with what I'm looking for. So maybe cartoon style, that could be a good prompt. So let's expand the search because obviously, well, no results are not enough. And here we get plenty of results. And if I check some of the results here, Cartoon Network, 90s TV, cartoon style, cartoon 4K, well, maybe a simple cartoon 4K could do the trick here. So now to adjust the image, we just again use our Imagine prompt. And now we drag and drop this image into the prompt, so down here. Like this, and now we add cartoon 4K. Let's see what Midjourney makes out of this image now. So somehow this doesn't work, so let's maybe see if this is just a bug that we have here in Midjourney. So I'll again use the Imagine command and now re-add the image in here. And now I'll just add cartoon style. Maybe this works a bit faster, we'll see. And now this is working. So as you see, sometimes such bugs can occur. Then you can just restart the image generation, and we will probably see some interesting results from what I can see already. So this is what Midjourney makes out of my cartoon style prompt here. I don't think these are too bad. I'm not sure why I have glasses in this one, to be honest. And I'm also not sure where the second person is coming from here. But generally, the look at least, or the cartoon style, is definitely considered in some of these pictures. Obviously, I can't see myself in here. But with this logic, you can use existing pictures and change the look. Now, the problem sometimes is that you don't understand how Midjourney actually understands the existing picture. Therefore, we also have an option to describe the image the way Midjourney sees it from a prompt perspective. This can be done with the describe command here. Here we can again drag and drop the image into this area. And now we confirm this with enter. And now we should get back a prompt that describes what it sees on this image. Well, and as we see, these 4 descriptions, so you always get 4 descriptions of this image, are far from perfect, but still I think the 4th one here is not too bad. I don't have a white shirt here, but still this would be okay. So we could now simply select the 4th result, for example. And now we can just resubmit this prompt. We could also change this to a blue shirt here because it's actually blue. And then we'll see what the result will look like. By the way, this --AR here and then the 504:283 is the aspect ratio which we can define in here. I'll show you this in one of the next lectures where we'll have a look at the docs of Midjourney. But as always, everything added with the double dashes is part of the settings, so to say. But now, if we look at these results, these look actually pretty good. Obviously, these don't look like myself, but if you're looking for something like this, so for a person standing for a portrait in the recording studio, then I guess these are pretty good images here. The last thing I want to show you in this Midjourney introduction is how you can combine two different uploaded images, so the content of these two images. For that, we need to use another command, and this is the blend command. As you see, this command blends images together seamlessly. Let's see how this works. For this, we have to upload two images here. In my case, I have a Jeep, so an off-road car, and a forest. And I think instead of standing on the street, this car should be driven inside this forest here. The command is already complete, so we can now press Enter to see what Midjourney makes out of these two images. And I think this looks pretty good. If we have a look at the result, then Midjourney did exactly what I wanted to have. It added the Jeep into this forest road here, and I could actually use one of these images directly for whatever I want to do with it. Of course, you could now again dive deeper into variations. You could use the upscale feature for one of these images. Then you could save these to your machine. Then you could upload the images to describe what Midjourney sees in here. Then you could adjust it, so you have endless options to dive deeper here. But the core idea of this module now was to give you Midjourney and the core commands at hand, and to make it easier for you to get started with the tool and to use it for your daily work, for your private or professional projects. Now in the last lecture, the next one, I want to guide you through the official docs a little bit, because there is more to explore in Midjourney. As mentioned, Midjourney comes with a lot of options, and you now know the core options to get started with the tool. If you want to dive deeper, you can do this in this help and FAQ section in your account. If you scroll down there a little bit, then you can find the official user guide. Inside this user guide, you can dive deeper into upscalers, for example. You get a full command list in here with some of the commands we already used, for example, describe or blend. But you can also find more information about specific parameters that you can set. One of these was the aspect ratio, for example. I mentioned this in one of the videos. By setting the --r parameter here, you can, for example, create images with a 16:9 aspect ratio if you want to use it for a YouTube thumbnail, for example, or anything like that. You can also directly set the version inside your prompt with the --v or --version command. With that, you also have the full control about which version of Midjourney you want to use. Down here you can see that using the same prompt leads to different results depending on the version that you are using. These are all things you don't have to use when getting started with Midjourney, so use the things you learned in this module now and play around on your own. Once you're more familiar with the tool, then you can dive into these docs and expand your knowledge into the area required for the specific images that you want to create. In the last module, we learned a lot about the Midjourney basics. In this module, we will build up on that knowledge and dive into Midjourney prompts, because we want to learn how we can get full control of the images created. For this, we'll have a look at how we can create a prompting template, so a guideline, so to say, that allows us to create images in a more structured way. And based on this template, we'll then explore Midjourney and use it to create and control different image styles. So we will see how we can create images in a realistic style, a cartoon style, a 3D animation style, and much more. And typically when creating a lot of images, you might find your own image style, so to say, the colors, the general look, and so on. And to save such default styles, we will learn how we can create reusable styles with the prefer command. Before we dive into all these topics though, we'll once again have a closer look at the different Midjourney versions and how the selected version has an impact on the look of the created image.